Your first singles match is against the late great Leon White, aka Vader, and that's coming off the back of Vader's just caused all hell has broken loose after he's got arrested in Kuwait. He's got huge heat on him. You two have this super stiff clash, so stiff that at one point he would inadvertently break his nose. How was it working with Vader? Because that is a feud I would have liked to have seen a lot more between you two.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Vader was the right guy for me to be able to put me in there and at least get a feel for what it's supposed to be. Because what we did wasn't what it was supposed to be. Because I know when I went in there, I think the understanding with most people that people that are watching or listening to us right now is that I come from a world where 5 to 6 days a week, for however long it was going into a fight, I would go into a gym. I would put people that were my partners and training partners and friends and all that, and we would literally go in there and we would spar. And by sparring means that you're protecting one another like you would in wrestling. The difference is what we're doing is we're hitting each other. Like we're literally hitting each other. Sometimes you knock them down. Sometimes you hit them in the gut. You take the air out of them. You kick them in the leg. They get some bruises. So it's not, you're hitting, like these things are happening. So when I go in there, I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to dial it back a lot. But I'm not going to throw a punch that doesn't land because I'm not going to be an idiot and everybody just says that didn't land. Yeah. So my idea was to, just because I was good enough with my hands and all my other stuff, that I had great control where I could tap guys and hit them and tap them. And so going into that, Vader understood that. And it was good that Vince put that match together, because anybody else, they would have walked out. They would have said, I'm not wrestling this guy. But I think Vader understood the task, and Vader's a big, strong, tough person himself. And so we went in and had the match, and I remember thinking to myself, this is easy. Like, wow, this is easy. And I remember at the end of the match, after we started doing our stuff, and I thought nothing of it. I literally thought that we had a really good match, and we did, but not at a standard that I could work with everyone like that, right? Mm-hmm. And so I kind of walked out, and I thought to myself, I felt good about it. When I got back there, people were like, dude, what a great match. Are you okay? And I'm like, what? Like, they're asking me if I'm okay in a pro wrestling match. And I'm looking at him going, is this a work? Like, you guys playing me? And then Vader comes out, and his nose, he's bleeding. I'm like, ooh, I didn't even know it. Like, I had no clue. And I guess I think it was a knee, when I was kneeing or doing something. I remember what it was, but he kind of went into it as I was doing it. And I remember from what he kind of explained it to me, like we were just going the same way at the same time, which the knee, I believe it was. And I didn't think anything of it because I didn't hit him with the bone part of it. I hit him with the thigh, because that's how I protect everybody. When you're throwing knees, you don't hit them with the knee, you hit them with the thigh because it's soft. And I guess he went down into it, and he came back, and he was fine. Like, he wasn't angry. He just kind of laughed about it. But everybody was saying it was a really, really good match, and it looked stiff as all get out. And I was like, so what does that mean? So I remember after that match, I remember Brett and them was, we got to dial it down because not everybody's going to. So I learned a lot from the first match, because my sparring or my easy isn't the same thing as their easy.
Yeah.
And so I had to make those adjustments, and thankfully I was able to, because if I would have went against anyone other than, someone who had already understood who I was and the strength and the capability with Vader and being tough as he is, I don't know if anybody else would have trusted me enough after that, because I know another person went in there and said, you don't want to wrestle this dude, man. This dude is nuts. But because it was Vader, I was able to learn from that. I was able to dial it back. I was able to try to understand the difference of light sparring and pro wrestling. Yeah. And so it was a real good turning point for me, that match, to help me understand I wasn't where I needed to be, but I understood what I had to do.
Yeah. Absolutely, and what an opponent to have as well. I mean, one of the greatest big men of all time, and obviously well and truly used to some super stiff matches as well. So I'm sure
Well,
he was absolutely fine.
Vader, yeah, Vader is one of those guys that I looked at, and I've seen a lot of big men, but I've never seen anybody other than in the NFL, or in wrestling, the big heavyweights in wrestling, that moved as well as Vader
Yeah.
for a big man. On his feet, and his balance was incredible. He
Mm.
could have played football. He could have wrestled. He could have done anything with his natural athletic ability.
Yeah, and also just a really, really softly spoken, gentle guy as well, from everything I've ever seen as well. Very different to his in-ring persona.